going on, guys? What I'm going to be trying to show you is one of the biggest mistakes that I used to make when I swam, and it's actually a super easy thing to fix. Let's dive in. So before talking about this problem and how to solve it, what I would like to talk about is something that really helped me in my journey to become a kind of like proficient swimmer for triathlon. Disclaimer, I'm not a coach, nor do I intend to be. I am a very mediocre swimmer actually. If you talk to a real swimmer, they would say, this guy doesn't even know how to swim. But my objective was to be able to complete long distance triathlon swims, and these all tools and things that in my experience helped to get to those distances in kind of like a proficient way. Swimming is something that comprises, in my experience, three things. One is force, strength, so our muscles and how much they can push. Two is a technique, the technique that we utilize to swim. And three is the water. So water is an external force that can be acting against us, or it can work with us, so we can work with water. So these three things are what make swimming basically unique, and they are the three fundamental things to keep into consideration when we are thinking about anything regarding swimming. So force, technique, and water, or an external force. And one of the biggest things that helped me was to realize that in order to work with water, we have to use kind of like hydrodynamics. We have to maintain a position that is streamlined and that can work to make forward progress. And this is especially true, well, with body positioning, of course. Body needs to be flat and the bum needs to be as far up close to the water as possible. But the other thing that is more specific is what happens between the shoulder and the hand. So the shoulder needs to be at a certain height, and what we need to understand is that if we are holding a straight line, we are working with the water. Water is going underneath, water is flowing above. General rule is that the elbow should be below the shoulder and the hand should be below the elbow. So we're getting not like this, but like this. This makes sure that water is flowing above and it's getting a force, a downward force, and water is flowing below. So we are not working against the water. If we do the opposite, if we were doing the opposite, so this, our forearm would be catching so much water and working against us. Hand on the elbow, on the shoulder. This doesn't need to be that much. It can be a little amount, like millimeters. We're talking about millimeters. And this is called putting on the brakes, especially with the hands. Something that is very common, happened to me really a lot until I figured out by filming me that I needed to change this, and I watched a bunch of videos. So putting on the brakes is one of the biggest problems that I had, and I would like to share with you how I fix it. It's really, really simple. The hand is slightly upturned. You don't even realize this. This creates a lot of force on the bottom side of the hand, so like this. How I fixed it was very, very simple actually. The most useful tool is hand paddles. So hand paddles will immediately tell you if your hand is too up. You will feel the water force way more than before. This is really, really something that can help instantly. Like instantly you can feel that. So hand paddles is the first thing that I would look into. Second thing that helped me was just to do a lot of drills focusing on this. So basically just focusing on hand entry and being very mindful to not do this. Just try and keep the hand relaxed and always flowing in the direction that you want. Water needs to pass beneath and above the hand. There's this video that I watched that is very, very interesting. It talks about long distance swimming, and it says that it's always better to have this situation going compared to this situation going, because this, maybe you're not getting the max benefit from every stroke, but you are making forward progress. With this, you are stopping. You are actually working against swimming. This will always help you. Maybe you won't get that full reach, extension and all that moment of the stroke, but you will make forward progress. This is actually something that can be worked on with catch-up freestyle. So basically, if you try and hold your arm slightly inclined towards the bottom of the pool or open water, and then you do catch-up freestyle drills. So one hand, other hand comes in the front, enters, and the hand in front then starts pulling. And if you do that, being mindful of keeping your hand and your arm in this position, you realize instantly how much you actually need to have your hand in front of you and how much it needs to be angled. Another bonus tip, and this is a drill that really feels and looks stupidly simple. Looks like it can't work. Trust me, I didn't do it at all for the first 2 years, and then in the third year I started doing it, I started implementing it. And that is just to push off the wall of the pool and go as far as you go. Pushing from the side of the pool and just gliding as far as I could go really helped me to understand how my body should feel in a streamlined and effective position for gliding. This is something that I didn't do it for 2 years, and then I just saw a video that said do this drill to increase gliding, and I just started doing it, even just 10 times per session. It just gives you a feel for what it should feel like to glide and to maintain the correct body positioning. Now, of course, this drill is very easy to do because you're just pushing off the wall and just gliding. The problem is how to maintain this position when you are breathing, when you're alternating strokes, so when you are swimming, and especially when you are fatiguing. Those are the big things that need to be worked on after this drill. But this drill in itself is so simple, it's crazily simple. It seems stupid, but trust me, try it and see what it feels like. So that was my 2 cents on how I stopped putting on the brakes while swimming. Little video, but I believe that it can make a massive difference in swimming and overall technique, and how fast we can swim, how efficiently we can swim, and really change the way I swim personally. So I would look into it if you are struggling with gliding and getting as much as you can from your swim. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you want me to make more videos like this, like super simple videos, little things that really had a great impact on changing the way I train and focusing on things that are tiny but that make a big difference. So thanks for watching as always. This is all I've got from Koh Samui, Thailand, and I'll see you in the next video.